The ultimate simp is somebody who goes out of their way to get any girl, no matter how creepy, manipulative, or just downright illegal. They're gonna catch some tail. Enter Mike Manzi, the creepiest, if not one of the creepiest people on To Catch a Predator to date. I gotta be careful with footage, so I might put a watermark or something where I might cut footage just cause Susan's watching, and I don't want to get shadow banned a second time.
Online, he calls himself Mike Thriller. He's obsessed with pizza, and he says he smokes marijuana often.
So you can see why this absolute hunk of a man is trying to get with underage girls. It's clearly because if he went anywhere else in society, he'd be shunned. Because he's bald. According to this man, potentially the biggest threat in his life at the moment is being caught with drugs and young girls. If that is the most important thing in your life, something's gotta change. After explaining how to catch all of these creeps, we finally enter our main victim, Mike Manzi, the absolute giga chad who smokes weed to get wild and is down to fuck a child.
But he also admits he shouldn't be talking to a 13-year-old.
No, thing you should admit is that sending a picture of yourself to a girl of any age, even any gender, of you in cargo shorts with no shoes and no socks is an absolute no in the dating game, or even conversation in general. How can you go into a public setting with the knowledge, with the known fact you are in a rusty sewage pipe in the middle of a field, in your shoes, with no shoes, no socks, in cargo pants? You must be ashamed. And of course, you know, the underage thing. Yeah, that's also kind of illegal.
Well, you were cool and cute too. I just know I could get in trouble even talking to you, you know?
What a legend, defying all odds just to get with the girl of his dreams. She might be 17 years younger than him, but, you know, there's a standing ovation in there somewhere. I mean, everyone has a type.
No, it's alright. This is like weird.
Well, it's not so much that it's weird, it's well...
Not so much that it's weird. No, the real weird thing is that you look like Dr. Eggman's deadbeat drug-abusing son. Oh, I'm getting kind of personal. Dating Coach Gearbox is here to teach you how to be an acceptable candidate for a woman. First of all, make sure she's over the age of 20. Second of all, fix that posture and get a job. You have not been working as a teacher for 2 years. Yes, I did my research. Last of all, maybe get a job that isn't in a career sector with children. Personally, if I was attracted to a certain thing that would get me arrested, I would stay far away from that career sector. And that's why I don't work in old homes. Don't worry, I'm gonna give more dating advice as the video goes on. In my opinion, personally, anyone who dates above the age of 20 is actually a professional and not a weirdo.
Now, why were you so concerned about a 13-year-old girl?
Maybe because he's a teacher and it's his job to care about the kids. I mean, my maths teacher took care of me when I was 13. Takes me back.
She could be here with a group of people. I mean, don't you think? Don't you think that would be like a safe idea?
Coach Gearbox wants to give you an exercise. Picture a safe space. Close your eyes. Close them. Picture a safe space. Picture somewhere where you feel calm, where you feel peaceful, where you can give out any emotion, no judgment. Your closest friends and family, anything goes. Now this man's safe space is with a 13-year-old in her bed, preferably with all of her friends. There's a big difference, isn't there?
What do you tutor them in?
Penis inspection, of course. This man hasn't been teaching for 2 years, and it's probably the best and worst time of his life. Number one, he can't commit crimes for 2 years, or it's very, very hard for him to do so. He doesn't have access to all his material. I can't say that. Oh, come on. And the worst time of his life, because anytime he wants to get in the mood, he can't naturally. He needs to take supplements. It's a tough life for Mike Manzi. Mike is an unlikable person. His sleazy laugh when he talks about giving weed to a 13-year-old girl, 14 ounces of it by the way. If you rub his bald head hard enough, you can see your future looking back at you.
What about smoking marijuana?
Well, I mean, it's not really something that I try to tutor people in, but...
The moment of defeat in this man's eyes is hilarious to me because you know no one will ever believe him, but that won't stop him from taking smokes of the spliff of the fucking hash. You won't know what hits ya when you put in spice into your rollie. This man, he won't be able to smoke again, so he better make this last one count.
I wanted to make sure that there was no like obviously like she invited me in and there were not.
So you were just being a good Samaritan to.
What, are you trying to get arrested, buddy? No, a good Samaritan would have brought drink and weed. That's what you do for a 13-year-old girl. That's why you provide. My body rejected that sentence. Oh, that actually kind of hurt. You provide for your woman. You provide a house, a mortgage, kids' money, drink, and weed. That's how you get a 13-year-old girl's heart. Don't ask me how I know this. I just keep digging myself a fucking deeper hole, don't I? Yeah.
You know, I was coming here to make sure everything was okay.
13-year-old girl.
I deal with kids all the time.
Mike, buddy, as your dating coach, I have to tell you, don't do this to yourself. Actually do. Yeah, we need you off the streets. Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, buddy. If I was this man's lawyer, I wouldn't be pulling any punches. If I was this man's lawyer, I would throw his case harder than an abusive parent with a child. If I was this man's lawyer, I would throw his case harder than I would punches at an ex-wife. And that's saying something. This woman took everything from me.
Police. I know.
Turn around, put your hands on your back.
Please.
If it wasn't for those meddling kids, or me meddling with kids, or me meddling with this child and weed, or me getting meddled in prison, which is a very real possibility, me meddling a dog. No, man, I actually have to go on a side rant. These zoophiles, I'm making a video on zoophiles next. I swear to God, I got blocked on Twitter by a zoophile podcast. I only had like 60 subscribers at the time. And this group, this heinous group, blocked me on Twitter. I had 2 followers and one of them was an alt account of mine. And I got blocked on Twitter. Oh, adorable.
Hands behind your back. Guys. Hands behind your back.
Don't worry, you're gonna be able to fuck with whatever child you want in prison. Thousands of them. They're just gonna be all over here. maybe a couple here. He's gonna be getting more facials than hair. I mean, what a nice man. He's just protecting this young girl from all those nasty predators. No. Oh, Jesus Christ. So this man ends up getting sent to prison with unreasonable bail, which I personally don't understand. He's just going out here protecting the kids of his neighborhood. Actually, no, he traveled an hour and a half, I think. Was it 2 hours? 2 hours, possibly. Maybe more, maybe less. Who knows? He traveled. And that is the main takeaway. He traveled to protect these kids and get them fucking dointed up. That's what I think, personally. But my final dating advice for this session, gearbox therapy, date above your age. If you're unsure, just date above your age. Number 2, don't get 13-year-olds high. Get 14-year-olds high. The brain are more developed. Finally, if you're going to be a teacher, make sure you aren't attracted to your students. And if you are, maybe pursue the porn industry. I mean, you look enough like Johnny Sins. You can get away with being a stunt double. Maybe Johnny Prayer. I don't know. I'm gonna be praying for you in prison. You know, you're gonna have all the kids you want all over your face. I mean, people talk about wanting girls to sit in their face all the time. You're gonna get girls and boys. You're gonna get the best of 2 worlds, Mike. Come on, look at the upside. You know you want this. You know you want this. I know you've been wanting to teach some new faces. I know you want to get in there. You want to get deep in the education system. Brother, you're going to be getting in deep. Alright, Jesus Christ.